Today we're going to be playing a JESKAI build that I like to call Tokens and Explosions. Now this has a very simple two-part win con here. We're going to be going extremely wide with tokens, smacking our opponent in the face as many times as we can, and eventually dropping a big fireball right on their forehead for the win. How do we do this? Well, we've got the Iganjo Uprising and Wedding Announcement to go wide. Obviously we know what the Wedding Announcement does, but the Iganjo Uprising allows us to pump X amount of mana into it, creating these X amount of 2/2 Samurai tokens with Vigilance. But your opponent also gets these samurai tokens. So with the Wedding Announcement though being flipped over to the festivity side, yours are going to be much bigger, forcing your opponent to make some really bad blocks. It's a really cool card when you pair it up with anthem effects like the Wedding Announcement. Then our win con is going to be Explosive Singularity, a card that throws a 10 powered fireball at your opponent's face, but it's very expensive. The way we get this in for cheap is to tap creatures that we control as mana to make this a lot cheaper, which is why the Iganjo Uprising is so great, because your samurais have vigilance. You attack into your opponent with those, and then you can tap them later for that mana value. It's a really cool little combination that I love doing. We've done this before in the past. And then lastly, we have some creative cards in the deck like Galvanic Iteration, which is going to allow us to copy spells like the Explosion, dealing 20 damage to your opponent, essentially, maybe one-shotting them to the face. And then it pairs really nicely too with things like Big Score, where we're going to be drawing 4 cards and getting 4 treasures. It's an absolute value train with the Galvanic Iteration, but the deck turned out to be pretty darn good, and we had a lot of fun with it today. But there'll be a full deck breakdown, of course, at the end of today's video, so stick around for that. In the meantime, down below in the links, there's a full deck list. And if you guys enjoy content just like this, if you wouldn't mind giving the video a like, subscribe, all that good stuff helps out an absolute ton, and I would greatly appreciate it. With that being said though, guys, enjoy today's video. We'll see you back here at the end. Peace. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about a deck that I'm calling Tokens and Explosions. So we've got a lot of token generation tools in this deck here today, but we've also got the biggest of explosions. We've got ourselves an Explosive Singularity, a card that here, let me go ahead and keep this real quick. I actually like this hand a lot. We just need that third land drop. Let's hope we don't get burned on that. But Explosive Singularity, a card I absolutely love. It does 10 damage straight to the opponent's face, which is absolutely absurd. If we can copy it with Galvanic Iteration today, it's a one-shot kill. We've got ways to do that though, and also we're going to need a lot of tokens to go wide with, because we are shooting to tap some of those creatures down as pseudo mana for us to cast that spell. So should be a lot of fun. We're in JESKAI today. We've done this sort of thing before with the Iganjo Uprising meets the Singularity, but never in JESKAI, so this should be interesting. We've had some really good games with this deck. It's been a lot of a lot of wins, honestly, but like it does feel like not where I wanted the deck to be honest. So we've still been making a lot of changes to it, even though we have a very good record with this deck. We're still making tweaks as we go, and we'll see how this ends up going. We're up against Azorius so far, and it looks like some sort of control deck. They're looking to hit our graveyard, but we have nothing in there currently. All right, they missed a land drop. That's gonna probably come back to haunt them. Double Wedding Announcement seems fun, seeing we can draw a bunch of cards off these. Yeah, I was gonna say that's probably gonna be a scoop here pretty soon, because the opponent kept a 2-lander, and they get absolutely burned for it. So been there, done that, unfortunately, but hey, a rank up nonetheless. All right, that was an extremely solid first game. We honestly probably would have been able to come out of the gates really strong had the opponent not taken that counter spell early on us, and that syncopated our creature. Had we gotten those 2 creatures down and started the Wedding Announcement right away, we would have been drawing cards like crazy. But they did counter it, which put us in a bit of a bad spot, but unable to close for them because they just did not find any lands. Opening hand here is not bad. We have the Uprising, which could be interesting, but we will want to get down a Wedding Announcement and flip it over to its anthem effect before we play that out, because it's not really a great card unless your creatures are somehow bigger than the opponent's. This is interesting. Do we go straight in with the Destroy Evil? I feel like it's pretty important to do, but at the same time, this can be taken care of with the Burn Down the House effect. Oh, that's tough. Like, this could hit something very important like a Hollowed Haunting. This is a tough decision, because are we going to just sit here and allow them to ramp up with this Naturalist? I think I am. By the way, we drew the Explosive Singularity. All right. Hopefully they play the Haunting, man. That'd be great. Is this worth just double blocking here? Or are these two creatures going to be worth... yeah, we'll probably double block here, honestly. Two birds with one stone. Being able to kill their JESKAI Naturalist seems like a good idea. All right, they didn't maximize its potential either by playing anything out that turn, so now they're going to lose a little bit off the top. All right, that's nice. I don't like that they have Catilda on the field, though. That's not great. Not great for us. That's a bad look. Only taking one at the moment, though, so that feels fine. And now we can play out the big score. That's an annoying card right there. Both these cards kind of annoying in their own rights. Just being able to come back from the graveyard over and over, just absolutely frustrating. All right, we are going to go for the big score. We drop the land. And we get a Thrill of Possibility, which is cool if I get the Galvanic iteration. We do not. I think we allow this damage to get through to us. It's not that big of a deal. It's only 4 currently. We're at 17. We can take a bit of a pummeling here for a little while, but we will have to answer soon. And I think soon is now. Because now they're going to be able to copy things with the Weaver, and we can't have them double drawing things and whatnot. Just not gonna be very wise on our end to let that slide. Another big score. Wedding Announcement's pretty cool. We are going to sweep the board though here, and we're going to look to get a Wedding Announcement down and going. All right, here we go. Things are going to get very interesting now. We've got the Wedding Announcement, the Uprising again, a lot better once the Wedding Announcement flips over and our creatures are a little bit tougher than theirs. Makes the Uprising so much better. A couple of creatures that don't necessarily do anything right off the gate here without the enchantments coming in, so that's fine. Love that. That's actually really cool. This is a counter spell if you guys don't know, and it allows us to create a token and counter something. They have to pay mana according to how many creatures I have on the field. I'm gonna go ahead and pass the turn. Obviously there's not much I can do here, but having a counter ready to go is nice. But I would really like to maybe just big score though, if I'm being honest. I just don't know what I would drop here. All these cards in my hand serve a pretty good purpose. Uprising is going to help us close the game, but it's probably the least likely thing for me to get the most value out of. Man, this is just tough. Borrow Time. It's a card. All right, they're going to double down on the Transcendence, which is great because I can just counter this, and then I will just hit Destroy Evil off of the Transcendence because it's a 4-powered creature now. Hopefully they try to attach something to it, maybe get it even a little bit bigger. All right, resets that card again, but I do lose that on the Destroy Evil, which could have been a really good card here in this matchup. Still, I mean, we got the value out of it, so it is a good card, but just feel like I could do a little bit more with it. Okay. Send 2 of these through, leave 1 back to block just in case this visitor doesn't block and then somehow gets absolutely massive. It's definitely a possibility. Let's play out another Wedding Announcement here, which is going to draw us a couple of cards. Flips over the other Wedding Announcement too, by the way. Perfect. Another Destroy Evils. Great. Man, we're a little slow here. We're just a little slow. Not finding Galvanic Iteration has been tough. I would have loved to have seen that card by now, but it's all good. They still can't attack with the visitor very comfortably. I have the 2/2 out in front, but they have a lot of mana to work with. It's still early. What is their play here? Just don't be a Holland Haunting. That'd be a bummer. But I do have Destroy Evil, so I guess it's not the end of the world, but I would take 3 damage here, and I don't like that. Not a big fan of that. That's interesting. I wonder what they take here with that. I do, again, Destroy Evil. They take the Wedding Announcement. Okay. Dude, I'm gonna do this now. I'm gonna do this now as opposed to next turn. I don't really feel like resetting it. I kind of want it to have its 1 counter on it, get it closer to the Anthem effect. All right, here comes Kami back to their hand. Burn down a house is nice. Kind of like this here in the spot because it gets us closer to the singularity, and again we've already flipped one of these over, and it draws us a card, one card. 3, 4. We get this for 4. That seems fine. That seems fine. Boom. Send them all through here. Get another card. You know, I think this is great. I think this is great. This is almost like the perfect time to pull the trigger on this card because nothing on their side of the battlefield has more than 2 power and toughness. So this should, you know, cause a little bit of havoc here. And now we're sitting on a singularity for 3 if we need it. Wow, they let it all through. That's crazy. Another land. Okay. We're just looking for galvanic iteration, man. That would honestly just end the game. But even if we don't find it, we still got potentially a burn down the house situation where we send everything through, and then we after we attack, we just explode singularity to the face. What is the play here? Now, keep in mind, guys, because I'm probably not going to be able to explain it all in the intro, but I've done a lot of play testing with this deck now, so I've got a pretty good hold on what's going on here. You don't ever really want to play the Aganjo Uprising without that Anthem effect, like I said before. You want this to be flipped over before you play it, because you're not going to get a ton of value out of the card unless it is flipped over, because the opponent is just going to be able to negate it pretty easily, and there's not a whole lot of value there. But all right, now I'm starting to think that maybe I sweep the board here. It's XX, where X is the number of permanents you control that are spirits and or enchantments. So if I blow up the board here, 1, 2, 3 spirits, no, 2 spirits, 1 enchantment, should be enough to kill this. Okay, so singularity to the face seems fun. That leaves me with not enough. Okay, cool, not enough. Oh, what a bummer, huh? That is a bummer. Drop this first, see what we hit. That might have saved the day. No, it has vigilance. Gosh darn it, no it did not. All right, whoops. All right, blow everything up, blow it all up. All right, so now we've got the Wandering Emperor, which can take care of that Kami that's been such an issue for us. We've got all 4 of our wedding announcements, which really is kind of the key here for our success. So I'm very, very happy with the hand that we have here. I'm just not happy with the fact that we're down to 4 life already. Pretty frustrated there, especially when we were so close to just ending the game. But it is what it is, man. We're going to have to try to work back now and get all of that value we've been working towards. All right, we send this in here. We get the token off this, and then also wedding announcements. I'm sorry, Wandering Emperor, the Kami. Feels pretty good. As long as they don't have a way to give Kami vigilance, we should be fine. Good old runes, man. I can't believe how long this deck has been at it, doing its thing. That's kind of crazy. They're down to 18 though. They're gonna keep getting hit with these massive little tokens that we're generating. And it's the Spirited Companion, sure. They draw another card. Kami gets a little bit bigger. Kami is just gotta be one of the top 3 cards I'm most annoyed about. This card is just so frustrating. The fact that it just comes back over and over and over again is so tilting. All right, there's almost no reason why they don't attack with it though here. They have to almost in every scenario in order to try to get me dead here. Because they're going to want to try to clear up this 3/3 that's in front of them. Oof. I mean, it's not terrible for us right now, but that is a problem card right there. They're gonna be pretty sad though when they see this. Pretty sad. All right. Oh, another singularity. Not bad, not bad. Okay. Well. I don't know what to do, guys. I think maybe go here, just create another creature, and then we'll create 2 more creatures. So we should be able to get a good block here. We could send one of these through, try to deal a little bit more damage to their face. We got to get them as low as we can, close to the number 10 as we possibly can, because I'm probably dropping one of these singularities here with the thrill of possibility, because there's no point in me keeping 2 here. I'm almost not going to be able to cast either of these in any scenario in one turn, so dropping one of them should be fine. And then we swing with everything, throw a singularity at their face, and win the game. Hopefully we just find a galvanic iteration off the top and just win the game that way, but we may have to swing through here. They're gonna gain 6 off of this naturalist. What a bummer. They're making things tough. They're making things very tough on me right now. I can't lie. Their relentlessness and their ability to build back has been pretty crazy. A couple companions here, drawing them a bunch of cards. It's just been nuts. They've been holding on to some stuff here too, because, you know, they had the Machiko this whole time, and just crazy. What do they take here? They can only take a creature, right? They can only take a creature, which means they're gonna take a token. Oh, what a bummer. That's a couple of good cards right there. Good thing we saved 3 blockers that turn. That would have been pretty bad. All right, well, this just happened. This did just happen. Ooh, another Wandering Emperor. That's actually super helpful. Gonna have to block like so we don't die. There's our galvanic iteration. That's what we're talking about. Okay, so we just end the turn here, basically. Get 2 more 1/1s that are gonna be massive, and then we flash in the Wandering Emperor. Yeah, we win the game here. We win the game here, guys. There's almost no scenario where they top deck something that can save them here. They may think they're, you know, in the lead, but they're not. They have a 1-turn clock and they have no clue, because we're gonna deal 20 damage straight to their face. Oh, and they don't even attack into us, which makes things even that much easier. Creating extra bodies here is only going to create more mana for us, essentially. All right, so now we should have enough. So we have 8 mana, and then we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, boom, easy peasy, easy lemon squeezy, baby. Double singularity for the victory, dude. Oh my god, runes is so annoying. I'm so happy we got that win though. That's what I'm talking about, man. What a battle. What a battle. Those wedding announcements, man. Super underrated card, man. That card is busted. Absolutely chilling right now, man. Absolutely chilling. That felt really, really good. That was a very competitive deck we just went up against, and things went pretty solid for us there. Opening hand is a definite keep here. We've got some interaction on turn 2, which is, you know, exactly what we want to see. Wedding announcement turn 3. Could potentially be dropping the reinforcements right into some card draw, which is amazing. We get our blue source. Everything's going swimmingly right now. Now we just have to, you know, use this counterspell wisely and hit something good. Singularity already in hand too, which is our win con. And it's a graveyard trespasser. Okay, nothing in my graveyard to trespass against, so have at it. By the way, guys, thanks for watching today's video, man. I want to just give you guys a quick shout out and appreciation and say thank you for you know, checking out the channel here today. If this is your first time here, welcome. Thanks for watching. I do appreciate it a lot. What do we do here, guys? Because I was gonna double attack to draw cards with the wedding announcement, but now I'm starting to think I shouldn't. I'm starting to think that maybe we just play it out and just let it marinate. You know what I mean? I'm down for a little marination. Don't really necessarily want to kill one of my creatures just to draw a card here when I can have 3 bodies, which could potentially, you know, be 2/2s down the road. So I think getting the bodies is more important here because I have Thrill of Possibility, which if I find a Galvanic Iteration could copy. Oh, okay, that's annoying. Well, now the burn down the house is looking pretty nice. Man, I should have anticipated that. I should have probably used my negotiators. All right, well, we'll just protect our life total the best we can until we can work our way up to burn down the house with these tokens. All right. Got the final land that we needed for that, and let's pass the turn here. And what I'm going to do here is I'm probably just going to go ahead and counter what is most likely going to be their Invoke Despair, which is, you know, even better counter than the Shieldred. So I'm not too upset about it, but not exactly happy and thrilled. Here come the attacks. Couple blocks, little chump blocks, down to 18 still, nothing crazy. I'm hoping that Invoke Despair tries to come down though. Guess that's not great because they can answer that counter. Shoot, wish they would have played that prior to combat. All right, sure, you can have it.
A fight? And you think you can win?
Minus, okay. I don't see a ton of value happening with that, but okay.
Haven't you ever heard of personal space?
All right, I mean, we're gonna hit a lot with this burn down the house, so I'm gonna go ahead and let that slide as well. This is gonna be a very high value burn down the house. All right, I love it. That should be pretty crippling for the opponent here, losing both their Planeswalker and all their creatures. But they do have the Bank Buster to hopefully refill their hand, but I mean, hopefully not for me, but hopefully for them. They have plenty of mana to use it this turn. They have 1 card in hand. I like what I'm seeing here. This is okay. Another sleeper though. That's a bummer. That thing can draw them cards down the road, which you hate to see. You hate to see it. Ooh, a little uprising action just in time too. 3/4, perfect. It's just in time because we have the wedding festivity side of the coin, which means this is going to come in and do some work right away. And their Evolved Sleeper does not help in this situation because it does only get up to a 2/2 in this position. So we're gonna get some damage through here, and we're gonna follow it up too with an Explosive Singularity. We should be able to close the game out here. I just don't like that we've been in a position where we've, you know, been tapped down for our counter spell this entire time, because if they get lucky off the top deck, that'd be a really sad day for us. Please block with the sleeper. I would be so happy. That would make my day. Nope. No blocks for the sleeper, huh? Okay, you're gonna eat quite a bit of damage here then. Down to 13. All right, here we go. Let's see what they top deck. This is going to be the moment of truth, ladies and gentlemen, because we have the 3 samurais on the field, right? And we're hoping to get at least one of these through. It might not happen, man. I really hope it does, though. It's gonna be tough. I don't know if we're gonna be able to get the Singularity off this turn and for, you know, the finality of everything, especially because if they chump a couple of these, we lose out on a, you know, potential mana that we could play for this, and we're still short mana as it is. So not likely to happen. Little galvanic iteration off the top could be cool, so I can thrill for, you know, 4 cards. That'd be fantastic. I need some card advantage, that's for sure. And the Evolved Sleeper is officially going to start drawing them cards now. But they are taking damage for drawing cards. Tough game, man. Tough game. Wow, they send it. That is kind of beyond strange. Okay, they don't. That's what I thought. Okay. That would have been really awesome if they did. Would have been cool if you did, my friend. Come on, something good. There's a galvanic. There's a land. I love it. Oh no, I just realized something. We're gonna have to drop a singularity, which honestly I still think is a good play. I still think that's a fine play. I know we're so close to being able to cast it, but to be able to thrill for, you know, 4 potential cards here with no shieldred on their end, we're gonna find another singularity. It's bound to happen, so we'll be fine. Galvanic plus another big score too could be really helpful. I'm feeling this, guys. I'm feeling this. This is not terrible. Do I stay defensive here or do I swing through here? Obviously killing 2 of their samurais, losing 1 of my samurais. I guess that's not terrible. But what's in their hand here? That's the thing, right? I don't know. I guess we still attack though. I don't see a reason why we don't. Losing out on that, you know, explosive singularity is what it is. Again, I think it was still worth trading out, even though it wasn't what I initially anticipated. All right. All right, so now we've got our 2 samurais. They have no samurais. They just got the 1 Evolved Sleeper, 7 mana to work with though. Invoke Despair would just cripple us, and I'm sure they're at the point of the game where I would expect that to be coming down here pretty soon. I do like that they played Shieldred here though, because it makes my sweeper better, because if they would have just kept investing more into the Evolved Sleeper, it would have made things a little tricky for me. So I think that's a fine little sweep here. Too much value in front of me here from the opponent. I'm gonna have to get rid of their board. Do they take damage to draw another card here? Probably. They do have Bank Buster though, which could always get them a card later too. It's fine. They gain life. All right. I like my hand here. My hand is actually very, very good because, again, Galvanic Iteration meets Big Score, one of the highest value trains you can ever have, because it's, you know, it's drop 1, draw 4, and then you also create those 4 treasures. And that was my biggest fear right there. They refill their entire hand. They blow up my wedding announcement. That's tough. That's really tough. Oh, brother. They draw another card though. That's good. They get a token out of it though. Little pilot. I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna be able to pull this one out, guys. I don't know. I just feel like we kind of hit a wall of not a lot to do here. All right, let's try the Galvanic Iteration into Big Score. Again, it's a ton of mana, so you know, I think we dropped the land. We should be able to draw into another land with 4 cards coming our way, so I'm okay with that. And no land. Okay, it's not the end of the world. I mean, it's fine. I didn't detrimentally need to land there, but it does feel bad. I would have liked to have gotten a land. I do like having the Wandering Emperor here though, because it's life gain and a way to remove something off the field. So if they want to attack with the Bank Buster, I could just go ahead and exile it, gain a bit of life. Also flashing in the reinforcements on the same turn. That's annoying. I can't lie. That's annoying. A 3rd Shieldred coming down. That is a bummer, man. Holy. I just need to get this 3 damage through here and then, you know, a singularity and we win the game, but easier said than done when you're not getting the right cards off the top. right, this should survive, I think. I mean, there's no instant speed. Well, actually, there's Hero's Downfall, but not a lot of people are running that right now. I would imagine this should get through this attack step, but either way, I would have been able to answer it in instant speed fashion, so I didn't care too much there. 8 mana on board with 2 treasures. I mean, what do I do? What do I do? That's fine.
I'm tired of your secrets.
I actually don't mind that too much because they also discard cards, which is not the worst. Singularity. Okay, things just got interesting. Here's what I'm gonna do. I am going to try to go wide enough that I can hit the opponent for the final amount of damage I need to get him down to 10 in order to get the explosive singularity off. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a -1 here to get a samurai. I'm gonna go wedding announcement, and then lastly I'm gonna go ahead and flash in another wandering emperor on the end step, potentially creating 2 more attackers. One of them will have summoning sickness, but it'll at least be able to go wide enough, hopefully, to deal enough damage. And then I don't know, we'll see. Yeah, because if I give the 1/1 counter to one of those creatures, 2, 3, gosh, it's gonna be close. It's gonna be close. It depends on how they block. A lot of things could go wrong here. Also, if they attack with the Shieldred, I have the option of minusing and taking that out, which could be pretty helpful. The Shieldred being able to gain them life is making things a little difficult for me, I can't lie. Some intense games though, man. The runes deck, now this. Some very, very intense games. All right, they're taking damage for that. I'll take it. That does its job, essentially. I needed that to just get some damage through, so there's the 2. It's a big deal. Which opens up the Shieldred attack. Very nice. Love that. Love that. We'll be seeing you. All right, no more life gain for them. And then we should be able to go wide enough here, I hope. I don't know. It depends if they block with that token. There's a chance they don't, because they're not going to want to just trade 1 for 1. They might want to just attack back. I don't know. But there's a small window. There's a small window where this works out. Okay, they could get a Shieldred back here, which would be pretty annoying. Oh, wow, they are going level 3. So they're bringing Shieldred back, it looks like, I would imagine. It's the best creature in the yards. Yep. Cool. Just being annoying. Just flat annoying.
Sacrifices must be made.
Real possibility, huh? All right, well, I can afford to take a little bit of damage here to draw some cards if I, choose to do so. Man, how annoying can this opponent really be? And then, ugh. I'm so close to getting them dead. It's not even funny. I'm just like right there hanging on. And then Shieldred comes back, which is then going to gain them even more life. Oh, what a bummer. I don't know what to do, guys. Do I just blow up? Gosh, dang it. I just blow up Shieldred? I mean, I don't know. Their top decks have been so nasty. I'm gonna blow up Shieldred. I really don't know if this is the right play or not, but it's really honestly kind of making me mad. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that was the right move or not. We're gonna find out. It all depends on their top deck. See how lucky they get. They've been pretty good on their top deck so far. So, I mean, they do have 10 lands on the field, which means they've thinned their deck out quite a bit for a mono black deck. They don't typically have a ton of lands, so all right, that's good. That's good, and at least opens up my big score, so I can look to use that to hopefully find our last singularity in deck. Yeah, we're definitely gonna pitch that. All right, a counter spell's not bad, but Is it going to be helpful here? I don't think so. All right, we can definitely kill Liliana if we just do this and send everybody.
Show them how we greet our enemies.
We draw another card too, which is great. Hopefully it's a another big score opportunity. That would be great. All right, now we're good. Now please don't play something like an Invoke Despair and get right back into the game. That would be really, really annoying. Okay, it's another land. I think we got this. I think that should seal the deal. They might even scoop here, to be honest. That was a pretty bad draw. Yeah. Ooh, that was close, man. That was close, but what an absolute banger of a game that was, man. I don't know, man. Just trying to get these singularities through the opponent's defenses was just an absolute nightmare. Having to face 4 Shieldreds, like 3 Shieldreds, and then they reanimated one. So we faced off against 4 of these, and it just gained them life like crazy. That was annoying, man. Annoying. All right, well, let's just hope this game doesn't take nearly as long as those last 2 and we can squeeze one more in. I hope. But it's been good, man. It's been a really good run. I've had a lot of success with this thing. It's been kind of crazy, and it doesn't feel like this deck should be this good, but I can't seem to lose right now, and I don't know why. The game plan, I guess, is just pretty sound. Opening hand here is okay. I've got Thrill of Possibility, and you know, we'll see what we can do. I don't know if it's necessarily going to be good enough. We'll see if it's their deck's a little too fast for us or not. I would guess not, because it's Demir, but it's zombies, so it could be pretty quick. Could be pretty quick. You have a counter spell if I want to use it this turn, if it's like a wedding announcement effect, but I don't know if that's going to be the case. It's Esper. We're seeing zombies. I don't really know what this could be. It is wedding announcement. Okay. I don't mind that. Oh no. It counts for 0. Okay, we make our first misplay. I didn't actually realize that it counted for 0. I thought it was gosh, in my brain it was like stock for 1. Okay. I don't know if that makes sense to you guys or not, what I'm saying, but I really didn't think that was going to come down for 0. That was a bummer. Looks like it wouldn't have mattered anyways, but it is what it is. Do we big score and then yeah, I don't know. There's not a lot of damage on deck here, is there? I mean, yeah, I think a big score is in order here, but then if it goes to nighttime, that's gonna flip, which is frustrating. So I'm gonna do this now. Yeah, that's a bummer. I can't believe I did that. Yeah, I thought we could play this with 0 creatures on the field and still get some sort of value out of it, but it's not. You actually only get any value out of that. You have to have some sort of tokens on the field, so that stinks. Little double block seems fun, can't lie. Just clean the field up a little bit here. This is a very strange deck the opponent's playing. I have not seen anyone running something like this, so I'm not really too sure what to expect, to be honest. Anything's a go here. It could be some sort of like Esper mid-range type of a deck with like Rafine and stuff, or Wandering Emperor. Yeah, I have no idea. All right, that's pretty frustrating. We lose a lot of value there on that turn, but it's okay. We have the wedding announcement, you know, on field, and another one to back it up here in a moment. So we're gonna get 2 creatures here, and they're both gonna get a little bit of a bump from the first flip of the wedding announcement. So I still have a good double block here against the Brutal Cathar, but then they just put a 1/1 counter on it and first strike. Yeah, unfortunately, this might be where the trade ends. I need a red source off the top and a burn down the house. That's the only way we get through this.
Show them how we greet our enemies.
And if I double block the Tainted Adversary, then they just get through the Brutal Cathar for 5, and they put me on a pretty heavy clock. So I think I'm just gonna chump block this, to be honest, and then I don't know, man. We're gonna have to hope for a lot of really good luck here. There's really no rhyme or reason to the way I just blocked there, except for the fact that I'm trying to delay the clock farther down the road, and it's another Shieldred. I hate Shieldred. All right, Draw a card. It's the burn down the house. Hold on now. There's a chance. You're saying there's a chance. A very slim chance, because now the next top deck has to be a red source. And also keep in account that the Shieldred here has a toughness higher than the 5. And burn down the house won't be able to hit the Cathar either if it flips over to nighttime. This is why we're playing this on our turn, so it doesn't go to nighttime. We're doing everything we can here to try to get through this. We can you know, send all these blockers at Shieldred and hopefully get through, but if they give it first strike, we're toast. Hopefully they just create a 2/2. They do. Okay, they create a 2/2. Now we need Shieldred to swing in, and we need to be able to quadruple block this thing. And then, are we dead to everything else? No. Okay, we're just swinging in like so. They're playing scared. They're playing scared. Which is good for us. Well, I guess it's kind of good. It depends if they want to block us or not. I need them to block us this turn. There's no way we just drew that. Okay, so you're saying there's an actual chance for us to get through this. All right, we send everybody to the Wandering Emperor. Oh my god, they don't go for it though. Oh no. I needed them to go for that. They didn't block. They didn't block. I mean, they win strictly because they didn't block with Shieldred there. If they had blocked with Shieldred there, we probably honestly get right back in this game. How frustrating. And then we draw this of all things, which could kill the Shieldred. Dang, man, that was close. That was really close. I can't believe how I just can't believe how I needed a burn down the house and a red source, and those were the 2 cards we just got off the top. That was unreal how lucky that was, but it still wasn't enough. The opponent didn't play into the hand the way we needed them to. And let's not forget the big blunder I had at the beginning with the counter spell, so that's a bummer. But hey, I learned a lot. I've never played this card before, to be honest, and this was probably the 3rd time I cast it, so it's part of the learning experience of playing a new deck every day, but I think the deck held up pretty darn well. Let's break it down. That is going to conclude today's gameplay portion of the video. We are going to break the deck down and talk about it a little bit further, but before I do so, I wanted to say a huge shout out and thank you to everyone who's made it this far into the video. It does mean a lot to me, and it helps out a ton here with the YouTube algorithm when you stick around this long. So if you didn't know, you guys are helping support me quite a bit, so thank you for that. I do appreciate it. With that being said, though, let's take a look at today's build, man. It's a pretty interesting one. It's again a 2-card combo that I've been trying to, you know, play for a while. I've been playing for a while, I should say. I really like the Aganjo Uprising mixed with the Singularity. I really think that's a really fun 2-card combo where, again, we can get these Samurai tokens on the field. They have Vigilance. We hit our opponent in the face with as many as we can, and then we tap them afterwards for even more value to use as mana for the Singularity. I think it's such a really cool 2-card combo that nobody expects, and you can easily win a game at the drop of a hat because no one's prepared to answer that sort of a threat. It just happens really, really fast, which is nice. And I wanted to try it today in Jeskai because I thought it'd be really fun to try to one-shot a couple of our opponents with Galvanic Iteration, a card that allows us to copy any spell we want to cast. And when you're talking about copying a spell that deals 10 damage to their face, you win the game. So I thought that'd be a really fun combination, which is why we put 3 of these in here today, which means that we had to run out a couple of instant sorcery speed spells that would also work well with Galvanic Iteration, because you don't want to get stuck with that in your hand with nothing else to get value out of it with. So I went with Thrill of Possibility and Big Score as our draw engines. Both of these have sort of a similar effect where you drop a card, you draw 2. If you copy this, you drop 1 card, you draw an extra 2. So you're drawing 4 cards, which is really, really good value for only dropping one card out of your hand. But Big Score, you also get those 3, those 4 additional treasures as well. So with Galvanic Iteration, our draw engines are absolute value machines. They're so good. But also we have Burn Down the House. Burn Down the House also creates these tokens that go wide for us, but it's also going to act as our sweeper in case our opponent, has things a little bit bigger than us on the other side of the field. And it's early enough we can kind of clean the board and start fresh by building these tokens up again. We have some other token generations in this deck. Obviously the reinforcements, the wedding announcement, I thought would be pretty good in this deck because these 2 are a really fun little 2-card combo, because you can drop the reinforcements on 2, start drawing cards right away by attacking in the following turn, dropping a wedding announcement. And a lot of times these are gonna get through because you're gonna play him at instant speed on your opponent's turn. And then I splashed in a new card here that I've yet to try, and you guys got to see me misplay pretty heavily. Protected Negotiators. I thought this would be a pretty fun spell because you can counter your opponent's things and create an extra body, which is super helpful. And then they have to pay a certain amount of mana based on the amount of tokens you have on the field. So I thought this would fit in really nicely, and I always love giving new cards a try. So that's what we did with this one. We're just giving it a try and see how we liked it, and it actually turned out to be pretty darn cool. I'd love to see what this can do like an advanced token list, to be honest. And then of course we splashed in 2 Destroy Evils. Again, another instant speed spell that we could probably copy if we needed to, but a really good, you know, removal tool for us to use. And then Wandering Emperor being our final card. It's just a very nice touch to be able to exile things, but also create these other tokens. Again, more tokens with Vigilance, the better chance we have of getting those through for attacks and then using them as mana later for that Singularity. So yeah, that's how the deck worked out, guys. I really personally enjoyed it a lot. You know what I totally forgot to throw in here? Bear with me. Whoops. We forgot to throw in a Seat of the Empire. Boom. That's on me. Also, you know, you probably should throw in, shoot, I can't believe I did that. Little late to the game for these, but maybe throw in one of those bad boys and drop another red source. But anyways, we'll save the new deck as is. But yeah, that'll do it, guys. I appreciate you watching me all the way through to the end. Again, it helps out an absolute ton, so thank you for that. We'll be back again for tomorrow's video, so be sure to tune in and hit that notification bell. Before we get out of here, though, as always, a huge shout out goes to the Marty Mob. If you guys don't know, the Marty Mob is the membership program here on the channel, so I got to give a huge shout out to them for, you know, helping support the channel monetarily through those monthly memberships. Thank you so much for that. I do appreciate it a lot, and I definitely do not take it for granted. So I appreciate you guys very, very much for helping support the channel and the growth in the future of where this channel is going. And thank you for helping. It absolutely means a ton to me. So I do appreciate it. But with that being said, though, guys, I'll see you guys tomorrow for another video. Until next time, peace out.
Hit him 3 times like a hat trick. The name is Fizzy, no Patrick. If you play him, then it's tragic. Hit him with the mythic, yeah, that's magic. Yeah, MTG, that's what you'll see if you like and subscribe. With the upload, man. Man, all of the time. Coming with the best decks, this is the meta. This ain't cheap, yeah.